Hello.
Yo, so
Nothing much. Thanks for having me on for the interview.
it's been a long time coming. So how you been? How you doing? KinoFlex.
I just got off work and honestly, I'm looking to veg out after this. But hey, I promised you an interview, so I hope I deliver.
No, yeah, of course. I understand you're a pretty busy guy. You actually have a job unlike most of the people that you respond to. Um, and
So
yeah, it's
true.
like no, yeah, like I think that's how I discovered you. You were responding to Colin. Yeah, you were responding to Colin.
Mhm.
Yeah, you were responding to his Joker 2 video. Uh and
Yeah,
then I
that's
was
my that's my video that really blew up out of nowhere because I that's really how my channel started. Really, if you want me to get into that, or if I don't know if you have like a preamble or intro to these sort of interviews.
No, you can get into that. But let me just ask the basic questions. The first one that I usually ask is so what makes you so Kino and like why are you flexing? AKA why are you called Kino Flex? why are you
Honestly, I just came up with that name like on the spot. Like I was trying to come up with something funny, and hey, I like Kino, and I like going to the gym occasionally, so Kino Flex. But apparently, like this is some funny lore that I found out afterwards. But apparently, KinoFlex is a Russian term. It refers to a camera, I believe, and I did not realize that beforehand. So anytime you look up my name on YouTube, you're bound to get some Russian channels in the search algorithm.
and is that why you made yourself a camera?
Yeah. This is another avatar that I stumbled across. It's a Japanese anti-piracy uh, mascot, actually. And
Oh, okay.
yes, yeah. I was motivated. I was inspired by it because it has its own cult following, or he has his own cult following in Japan. Because I guess a lot of people over there really like the idea of fucking a camera head guy. But yeah,
Okay.
a lot of people said that I was trying to copy one of the Skibbity toilet cameraman people, but no, this character came before them, so get it right.
Yeah, you were copying something else, so
Yeah,
which
that's
is which is which is my style.
if you're gonna call me out for shamelessly copying another avatar, get it right.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah, it
that's
also
my style of writing. Yeah, like
yeah,
people be saying I be stealing too much, and then I say, yeah, you're right, but like I be stealing from other things, not like
yeah.
modern. Um, so no, so yeah, like yeah, I discovered your channel, and then I discovered that you had a Twitter, right?
Hmm.
Uh, and then you like followed me, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah, that's a
but it's
bad habit of mine. Admittedly, like I follow and accept friend requests pretty quickly. I try to be a friendly guy, but then someone tells me, "Oh, not don't follow that guy. That guy sucks." I'm just like, "Oh yeah, shit." But hey, and sometimes it turns out well because now we're talking.
yeah, and also I think I think another reason why you follow me is because Dark Hour follows me as well.
I don't think I follow Dark Hour on Twitter. Like we're mutual friends on Discord, and I'm in his server, but I don't think I follow him on Twitter. So
Oh,
yeah, it was just like literally you followed me, so I followed you back.
okay. And so yeah, preamble's almost over. And do you recognize anybody in the server?
Uh, yeah. Actually, looking, I recognize a couple. There's Weekend Warrior, East or East semicolon R. You actually,
Yeah,
I was checking some of your like interviews on your channel. You actually have an impressive lineup.
I'm actually like impressed with how I got some of these people. Like he was my first one, and but I thought he was gonna be my hardest one.
Yeah.
Um,
I was
and
actually
just
checking your Weekend Warrior interview, and unexpectedly, just a robot showed up unannounced at the very
yeah,
start of it. I think that was pretty
yeah.
fun.
In retrospect, that's a bad look now because because
Exactly.
you know what's been going on, right? Like
Exactly. Yeah. Like he was down bad. Let's just say that.
yeah, like let me tell you how I'm gonna just give you a like long story short, and then we can get into the meat of this. Pause. But basically, he done this twice already because I did an interview with him, and then he showed up unannounced. Also, I'm keeping that video up with me and just a robot because it shows character. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, it just shows character. Like, yeah, I know it looks bad on me, but I made a mistake. Well, actually, no, I didn't even make a mistake. He fucking made me look bad.
Well,
um,
yeah. Like this is the thing about media, in general. Would someone like judge CNN or Fox News for like interviewing a controversial figure? No, not really. Like that's their job, and that's what you're doing. You interview e-slips. It's not on you if they do something bad afterwards, and
no, yeah,
including myself. Like that, if people if I, like, God forbid, if I do something weird or bad down the line, like that doesn't like reflect badly on you. That's just guilt by association. So I wouldn't worry about that.
no, yeah, I did. Like, people are gonna realize that I did that interview like a full year before the whole like all that. But yeah, like he done it twice already because I did another interview with Kulea. He's a music channel, and he showed up, and we were actually having like a dialogue, us three, and then he left out of nowhere. So I had the idea of like, hey, just a robot's my most consistent phenomena. So why don't I do like a podcast? I had the idea, like, why don't I do like a podcast with just a robot? I was gonna call it Red Steel. And then a day after I came up with the idea, boom, boom, boom.
Scrap that idea.
Yeah, fuck that idea. Um,
Send it straight to the junkyard.
yeah, no, fuck that. And I actually have somewhere in my archives a conversation with me and him because I was like low key rinsing it. Or not high key. I was high key rinsing him.
Yeah.
And I when
Maybe you could get one of your friends to give a bad just a robot impression, and then that way you could keep the show going.
no, but yeah, like yeah. That's that story. But anyways, let's get into the meat. So, your first question, most simple one. How'd you get your start on YouTube? What inspired you to fight against so much people who suck?
Yeah. Honestly, I would say my biggest reason for starting my channel would be my passion for filmmaking. I know I get into like a drama with certain people of interest on on the platform, but really, what my driving force on continuing to make videos is my passion to talk about films that don't really get talked about. Like some of my earlier videos before my Colin video, I was talking about I was trying to talk about more obscure films. M- Most of them didn't really do well, admittedly, and I'm still struggling to like trying to figure out a formula of how to get people to watch them. See, that's the biggest. If you're someone who wants to be a YouTuber, this is just me talking to your audience. If you're someone who is worried about like the time, like wasting your time on YouTube, I would just say flat out the biggest hurdle right out the gate is exposure. You're going to have videos that are flops, but you still need to keep trying and trying and trying. Don't let up that passion. And you need to learn to just have fun with the videos. Just learn to have fun with the audience that you accrue from your videos, and just be humble about it. Maybe somewhere down the line you'll get to 1,000, but that is not necessarily guaranteed with YouTube, especially if your interests are not the common ones and are extremely niche. So you just need to like look at it for. Don't necessarily look at it as like a way of getting out of your 9 to 5 job, and more so just a passion, like a passion project or a hobby first and foremost. So that way it will never feel like a waste of time.
No, yeah, no, yeah, like No, like I don't upload consistently, as you can tell. I do have catalog of, or not catalog. I do have like a list of video topics I want to do.
Yeah.
95% of them are just endurance tests though.
Right.
Like no, like literally the first video I want to make, like my first actual, honest to God, like scripted video I want to make is
Yeah.
literally just is just me like reviewing 20 mumblecore films. Um
Mumblecore
and
films. Well,
yeah,
give me a couple names.
you know mumblecore?
Mumblecore. I've never heard of a mumblecore film. I've heard of mumble rap.
Uh uh mumblecore is basically okay. I'm gonna give you a couple of director names, maybe you recognize them, and then you'll be like, oh okay.
Yeah.
Do you know Mark and Jay Duplass?
Fre- that sounds French. Is it French New Wave?
No, actually, they're the guys that made Creep.
Creep?
Yeah,
I actually haven't seen Creep.
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
You
Yeah.
know, so you've seen some of it. You know how the film is like very like super bare bones, like there's no music, like no, it's just talking for like 99% of it until the end.
Yeah, yeah. So wait, what do you know Steve McQueen, that director?
Yeah.
He had this one film called Naked, and like there's this one really long segment that's a conversation between like this an Irish like a member of the during the Irish Troubles, and one of them's a terrorist going against the British government, and the other is like a pastor, I believe. And it's just this very long conversation between the two that's just ongoing, like in one take, I believe. Would that count as like mumblecore? Because
So
again, like this is my first time like hearing like this genre, this subgenre.
so imagine that, but that's the whole film, and it's because it's basically just the most realistic a film could be. Like it's literally like an example of a film I watched in the 20 videos is Cyrus by once again Jay Duplass.
Mhm.
Which is literally like the most bare bone. It's about a guy who wants to get with this woman, but oh no, the woman has a son. She's a single mom, and oh wow, the son and the literally the most real, like yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting the idea.
They're typically very low budget.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, like that's my first video idea. Another actually to kind of make a joke out of this. Your average A24 film could reasonably be considered mumblecore.
I don't doubt that at all. But now that you gave me an idea, I would recommend a 1994 film for you to check out called "What Happened Was." Not very well known,
Oh yeah,
actually. It's
let me write
but it's
it.
directed by the actor Tom Noonan.
Oh,
I
okay,
think that was
I know
like,
him. I know
yeah,
him
I
at
think that
least.
was his. I think that was his only director's credit, but I could be wrong. But
Didn't
that
he die like
film,
this year?
yeah, he died recently. Rest in peace.
Oh,
Very very good actor. Like a lot of people don't know who he is. Like when you first say his name, but he's admittedly like in a lot of works all throughout. Like probably the most prominent role is like Anomalisa in 2015, where he
yeah,
plays
yeah.
every secondary character that isn't the
Uh,
main character
I
or
also
his love
know he.
interest.
I also know he played the first ever version of the Red Dragon.
Oh yeah, he did. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
before or Rave, as it's apparently pronounced. Ray Fiennes.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so so second oh yeah, well before I answer that, my other video like topics are yeah, like look at these endurance tests. Um, after the Mumblecore one, I want to review all of Paul Thomas Anderson's films.
Ooh,
Uh,
it's a good one.
because and I think that one might be slightly relevant because uh, it's some of not the most important question, but how do you feel about your one battle after another video? Because yeah, like now that the Oscars happened, now it's slightly relevant to this conversation.
You know, it's funny. I get called a grifter by certain people for not for mainly criticizing people of one side of YouTube or critics YouTube. But that in that video, I feel as though I kind of showcase why that label isn't really applicable to me because I criticize many people like on the other side of that side of YouTube uh, because they were saying that one battle after another is terrorist propaganda, and I strongly disagree with that assessment. I think Paul Thomas Anderson is one of the greatest directors working today, and to say that he just makes like simple like a partisan political slop. I think that's not giving him enough credit. And one battle after another, while it does have political themes in its story, that doesn't mean there's nothing of value. A lot of people just seem to get hung up by by the very beginning, where you're following a bunch of leftist terrorists. But what I point out in that video is that the movie itself doesn't frame them in a positive light. If you actually look at what they accomplished, they didn't accomplish anything. They kind of they just made things worse. They're just a bunch of losers. And the main lady uh, everyone like seems to despise. Well, that was the point. You were supposed to despise her. She is unable to take any accountability or responsibility, so she just runs straight out of the story.
That's
And
perfect. Yeah, that's Perfidia, no?
yeah, perfidia.
Yeah.
But yeah, like and Leonardo DiCaprio is like a father. Like his character is trying to like navigate a life like the consequences of following through with that life by raising his daughter, who doesn't really know the full like story with her mother. And but when she does, her perspective changes throughout the story. And Sean Penn's character, like Lockjaw, like I thought he was such a great villain, man. He was so over the top that it was charming, but it makes sense for the story. And a lot of people think that he's like he was just a one-dimensional character. Well, not necessarily. He's a racist character who's trying to who's like so over the top racist to compensate for being rejected by Perfidia. Like he can't stand that she rejected him, and that's why he's crashing out the way he does. He in a way that's too much for even the white supremacist like Illuminati members, and
Yeah,
I
like,
find that hilarious.
I will say that I do agree with one of Drinker's critiques of the film. I can't tell if Sean Penn is delivering the most powerful performance ever, or this is just overacting. I can't tell. It's really either or, and I can't really tell if that makes it genius or just like retarded. Well, but so what do you think? So what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe Sean Penn is playing himself. Like, I,
No, yeah, like that's another thing. Like Sean Penn is like not a particularly great person. So I wonder how much of the film was just dedicated to like humiliating him.
Mhm.
Um, but so no,
I
yeah,
will
like
say, I will
yeah,
say that he was based for not showing up to the Oscars to accept his award.
oh yeah, because I was like watching the Oscars, right? Because I'm that bored apparently, and the and like they said Sean Penn, like he got his thing. I didn't even see him. I felt like that like segment because I wasn't paying attention to it. I was talking to friends, and I was like, wait a minute, wait, where's Sean Penn? Where's Sean Penn? So okay, so that's what that was. Okay, okay. And how did you feel about it winning Best Picture over Sinners?
I mean, there are other films I would have chosen for Best Picture. I wanted Mars Supreme to win personally, but
Eh, yeah, me
yeah,
too.
I'm still baffled that Marty Supreme didn't win any awards. Like, I guess everyone just had a hate boner towards Timothy Chalamet over his completely uncontroversial comments. If you ask me, like they were just completely correct. But I'm still
Yeah,
happy. I'm still pretty happy with one battle after another. I think other films from Paul Thomas Anderson deserve to win.
yeah, because he didn't win any. He's never won anything ever until this year.
Yeah, exactly. If it, I will say this, like he made much better films than one battle after another, and I would say like that's one of the best films that came out last year for 2025. A lot of people will say There Will Be Blood. He should have won an Oscar for that, but you need to understand, 2007 was like one of the best years for movies ever, and he had a lot of great competition. What won instead was No Country for Old Men, and
Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah,
I
you
would
know
say
what?
I would say
Yeah.
that's the best movie of this century.
Ooh, is that your favorite movie of all time?
It's one of them. Obviously, when I was younger, I was my favorite movies were the Disney Pixar films, but uh, I would say that No Country for Old Men is just a masterpiece. However you look at it, uh, it- like in terms of plot structure, but also in terms of its themes and messages, because it's a message that resonates to everyone, no matter the age, sex, just everyone. And it's the message that the world it does not inherently belong to you. Uh, all our time on Earth is temporary, so there is going to become a time where we feel out of place in the world, and that it is just an inevitable feeling that we can't really control, and that resonates with me on a deeply personal and intellectual level. Yeah.
Have you
So
read? Have you read any? Have you watched or read
Cormac
any
McCarthy's
other?
works.
Yeah.
I haven't read the book, but I am reading Blood Meridian, and that's awesome. I can't see it being adapted to a film, though. I
Are
also
you
read The Road. I also read The Road. I haven't seen the film
are you
adaptation of The Road.
absolutely are you absolutely struggling right now with reading Blood Meridian because of how fucking annoying Cormac McCarthy is with his punctuation or like lack thereof? Or
I
are you
like the
actually like,
challenge. I like the challenge. It's sort of like Ernest Hemingway in a way.
no, yeah, like that's something I noticed. A lot of the most famous writers actually write in such a very plain way.
Right.
Which is something that I always debate with my writing partner because he writes in a very like posh way, which isn't a bad. I love his writing, but it's but then I'm like, dog, some of the most famous writers would not like this. um, and not to say that I write like plain either, but my writing is a lot more basic. I think. Yes, and yeah, cool. Segue to the second question. Have you yourself done any sort of like writing in any kind of media?
Mainly for college. I tried. I wrote some articles here and there, but that wasn't really my passion. So I do write a lot of scripts though, and and really just like a lot of information, like just facts. I really love typing or writing stuff down in Google Docs. That's something I found I really love.
But what about like fiction?
Fiction. I might write a book down the line, but I just need to come up with an idea. But no fiction so far.
Don't worry. You need. I honestly recommend doing that just now because I guarantee you, there's gonna come the day where fucking Bird Brain or Otter or no Otterly Noah or anyone is gonna be like, oh my god, this fucking KinoFlex, he hasn't even done anything. He's such a grifter, but he doesn't even have any a creative bone in his body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though fucking Colin has a Moon Knight ripoff, and that didn't go anywhere either.
Yeah, he announced that comic book, but it didn't go anywhere. What happened, Colin? Come on.
Yeah, like, and say what you love about the drinker. At least he has like 8 books. Like
No, no,
at
no.
least
At least he has a book that someone felt should have been adapted into a movie. Like that's still like an accomplishment, even if it didn't turn out well.
yeah, and he also has like 7 books period in general, like
Mm-hmm.
which is honestly more than even the most famous writers. Did you know that fucking Thomas Harris only has like 4 books? Like that's crazy.
What did he write?
He wrote the Hannibal series,
Oh, okay.
and that's all he did. He didn't write anything else.
Damn.
Or my favorite example of this, fucking To Kill a Mockingbird. That is her only book ever. She didn't do anything after that.
Well, she wrote. Well, Harper Lee, right?
Yeah.
She wrote another book, but that was so bad, like everyone hated it.
Okay. Okay. There you go. So no, yeah, like Colin, what the fuck? So no, yeah, so no, like fiction, like honestly, my advice to you as a shitty rookie writer who only has 1 book published, uh, honestly, literally, this is gonna sound so simple. In order to come up with the 2 things I recommend to you is steal. That sounds like bad advice, but generally, um, literally, this quote from the creator of Just a Robot,
Mm.
stuck to me. I rip off what I like. Um, generally, and it's true, like literally a lot of things that like a lot of the things I write are just homages or like my own spin to things that I like already, you know what I'm saying? That really gets the engines going. So let's say you like you said right there, well actually right now just tell me your like 5 favorite movies. That's like let's see what's up with that.
Sorry, repeat that.
Just tell me your like 5 favorite movies, for example.
5 favorite movies off the top
Yeah.
of my head. Well, there.
Yeah.
That's like that's the thing. Like I wouldn't just limit it to 5, but just off the top of my head, like some of my favorite movies that left a big impact on me, I would say Akira Kurosawa's Ikiru. Have you heard of that?
Maybe.
So it's about a terminally ill uh, old man who realizes that he wants to make a bigger impact on the world after not living his life how he wanted. And the least I say, the less I say, the better. But I think you can find it on Internet Archive or on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one. Uh, Second film is a 1939 film directed by Jean Renoir called The Rules of the Game. Uh, it is like a lot of people find stories involving love triangles to be like lame and stupid. This
Mm-hmm.
is a film where there are multiple love triangles, but it actually works. Like the how all the characters interconnect with one another to move the plot forward. That is really engaging, and I would say if you're a writer, like or an aspiring writer, you should check this out just so you can see how natural everything feels, despite the large cast. Because I think it's a good it's a good lesson on how you can handle these large casts and characters.
What's the when did it come out?
Oh, 1939.
Okay. So number it's called Rules of the Game.
Yep.
And what about number Tress?
Uh, this is an easy one. I'd say John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
It like that is just one of the greatest films ever made. And what's funny is that everyone hated it when came out originally.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn, I don't know that.
yeah. So it's a sci-fi horror film about a bunch of research scientists and engineers and just some like people who uh like some other people like the cook, the guy who takes care of the dogs, like just like different personalities who don't necessarily like each other, but there's a alien threat that's thrown into the mix, and he imitates them. So they have to work together and figure out who like is the alien imposter. And it may sound like simple, like it may sound simple, like your run of the mill horror film, but it really elevates itself by becoming a social horror film, because it touches upon uh, this problem we all have, as human beings, which is the issue of trust. We never know when to fully trust someone else, and uh, we have this feeling of dread, and anxiety whenever we have to interact with someone else, because we never know. We don't know. We don't know everything. We can never know everything about the other person. So I just think it's a great film, not only in its execution for being a horror film, but also for touching upon how exactly we can navigate this unique problem of trust. Yeah. So number four, let's see.
No
Um,
Country for Old Men, I'd assume.
I don't want to mention No Country for Old Men because I feel like that'd be cheap since I just like
All right, fair
said,
enough.
said it. I'd say Lawrence of Arabia, directed by David Lean. That's probably the greatest historical epic ever made.
Okay.
And yeah, you really need to prepare yourself when watching the film, because it's like 228 minutes. Like
Jesus.
it's close to 4 hours, like around 3 hours, I think. But
Damn.
I would say every single minute is worth it. Like it is still wonderfully paced despite being super long.
Damn. Okay. I know that one's old as shit.
Yeah. Are you familiar with Lawrence of Arabia as a historical figure?
Yeah, I've heard of the guy, of course.
Yeah. So this is like, there are fictional elements to this film, but uh, I in case you want to know where I fall into this debate of like a historical fiction, or of like a biopics, a lot of them are really bad. A lot of them tend to be really boring and pretty bad because they come from a biased point of view. But I would say, and you can't condense everything that happened into in a person's life with just one film. Even
No,
if you do it with a trilogy, it's going to have issues. But with Lawrence of Arabia, it gets his entire journey out there while he was out in the Middle East. It conveys it perfectly. So that,
yeah, but
yeah,
and regarding to your point about historical accuracy, are you a stickler for historical accuracy in general, or are you more lenient with that kind of thing?
it depends. Because again, historical fiction can be a thing. Once upon a time in Hollywood, it is touching upon a very specific historical setting, but but the ending is far from historically accurate. What people tend to mean by historical accuracy is it maintains consistency with the setting. There's internal consistency, because if you can't maintain that, then nothing really works. And it also, if none of the characters that you're portraying, none of the historical characters are acting like how they should at the time, and they're just behaving in like a modern sense, or just completely out of character, that doesn't match the research, then yeah, I would say that affects my enjoyment significantly. It may not affect everyone's enjoyment the same way, though.
No, I'm a generally huge stickler for historical accuracy. But like, obviously, there's some films that can get away with it. Like, for example, my favorite film of all time is Gladiator. Um,
Yeah,
and
that is a fun movie.
and I know that movie is like they didn't even try, but it's not like the movie ever presented itself or like even tried to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I can like let that slide. Like
Yeah,
if you come in and be like, listen, we ain't even gonna try here. Like I like, okay, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Ridley
But then
Ridley Scott just saw Gladiator 5 and said, "That's cool. I don't care about all the details, though."
but he didn't do that for Napoleon. Like he
He
fucking
just hated Napoleon so much that he couldn't stand like portray him in any sort of positive light, and that impacts the story significantly, because like whether you liked Napoleon or hated him, like people found him a compelling figure to follow, to die for. Like, and he is one of the most he is one of the most impactful men in history, based on his accomplishments of being a conqueror.
Yeah, like one of it. Yeah, like he is one of the most impressive men of all time. He became king. Like, come on, and no, yeah, like the film is extremely, extremely inaccurate. I recommend watching Despot's video on it, and I also recommend watching Nick Hodges' video on it as well. Like they do
Yeah,
really good jobs at action.
yeah. It's so funny because uh, that Ridley Scott's like one of his worst movies is of the Napoleonic era, when simultaneously one of his best movies is also set in the Napoleonic era. Like his first film, The Duelists, that is a great movie of like two of Napoleon's officers throughout the years dueling each other, and it's fantastic. I don't know what happened to him down the line, but he's sort of lost his mind. So
No,
yeah, if
Ridley Scott in general has kind of lost his mind. His like last couple of films have been low key shit.
yeah yeah
Like
okay.
fucking Gladiator 2, for example. What the fuck was?
I hated that. It was just it was a rehash of just the first one, but worse in every way.
No, yeah, like oh my god. And back to the like historical accuracy thing. Uh, don't even get me started on Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh brother, I can't believe that won an Oscar. I can't believe it.
They won 2 Oscars.
Yeah, 2 Oscars. That's right. Oh my god.
They won fucking best actor and best editing, which that was the one that people talk about
Mm.
because, but and there's some biopics that are good. Like I think I'm one of the few people that actually like the Elvis biopic, for example.
Which biopic?
Elvis.
Oh, the Elvis biopic. I saw it once. I didn't hate it. Uh, I thought some of the acting was like too over the top, but I still went out enjoying it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it deserves a rewatch.
No, I've been wanting to rewatch it, and it also actually is one of the few biopics that make you feel like shit towards the end because yeah, like like even though the film has a lot of historical inaccuracies, it does remind you towards the end that yeah, like Elvis ultimately didn't leave the country. Like like he really did not get to do anything he wanted towards the end.
His manager really screwed him over.
Yeah, so it does actually end up making you feel like shit towards the end. So
Yeah,
that's something unique for a biopic, I suppose.
yeah.
Um, and that sounded nice. um,
Yeah,
so
so my last one, I guess, would be Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window. There, like, this isn't a definitive list by any means. Like, there are many other films I could have chosen, like Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey. But
yeah,
the reason I picked or Battle Royale, that's another great one.
ooh,
But the reason I picked Rear Window is because I would say it's a great story about a voyeurist learning to live in the real world. Like it on top of it just being visually stunning, despite taking place in like in a limited set. Uh, it is it's just mind blowing how great the story is, as well as the acting. Like you feel you're confined to this one room, and the pressure keeps on growing and growing throughout the film because uh, you're you're watching this guy trying to catch a murderer, but you're unsure of whether or not it's going to work out in the end. And I feel as though he like Alfred Hitchcock was like one of the first people to catch this to fully understand the true crime craze that we have today
mm.
with podcasts and all that.
Yeah. What's your opinion on true crime in general?
Like the true crime craze, like obsession with it.
Or community, more accurately.
Uh, it's not a community I really interact with a whole lot. Uh, so I'd have to do more research on it, but it just feels to me like a community for like housewives to escape into, like us just be like, can you believe like this blah 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 happened? No, I cannot believe that this blah 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 happened. It just seems to be like a kind. To me, it just seems like video essayist, like plot recaps of movies. There's nothing. There's no like deeper like conversations being had in that space.
There's
But
some
again,
there's
like maybe I'm being too uncharitable, and I should like interact with it more.
Yeah, you're generally right, but there are some good ones out there. Like there used to be this guy. I mean, he still uploads, but like he's kind of shit nowadays. But there used to be this guy
Like
called
Jim Can't Swim.
Jim Can't Swim.
Yeah, I don't know
Where
what
he
happened. Like he was like one of the. I know he doesn't run the channel, but the guy who voices, like who does all the voiceovers, he's like a prominent guy in the furry community or something.
not just that, but he's also maybe suspiciously pro AI because there's this drama or not drama, but
Yeah.
well, yeah, it was a drama where basically he was like, there he did a video and then he was like, let me just go turn over to my assistant. And then it was just a fucking female voice doing like half of it, and then he came in the video, and I was like, okay. So
Well, that's another topic we can get into, AI, because
oh yeah,
it is like this is something I said in uh, a call-in video I made where he was defending the increased usage of AI,
oh yeah,
and
I remember that fucking video. Oh my god, Colin, what were you talking? What were you talking about, man? Oh,
yeah, and
so yeah. What's your opinion on
I,
AI
I
and
tried I try to have a nuanced approach on it because, like it or not, we are going to be moving more towards AI if it means it can save money. But I think as consumers, we have an obligation to demand some sort of regulatory like protections to ensure that that doesn't happen. Um, Not only just to save jobs, but to ensure the quality of products, like ensure product quality. Because
yes?
if you're going to like these companies aren't going to necessarily, if they're going to push something with AI, they're not going to be fair, right? They're not going to lower the price because an AI made it. No, they're most likely just going to keep everything the same. So they're going to scam you. They're going to scam us for something being AI, and it's going to be bullshit. Like if I find out that there's like a movie that's heavily that has huge uses of generative AI in it, I'm tempted to like not buy a ticket because what was the worth of a film that wasn't even made by hand? That's just
What
my.
what's been examples of this of films with AI prominently featured? Because I can't think of any apart from the brutal.
There's Late Night with the Devil that came out a few years ago, and I generally like the film, and I think that I would actually say that the backlash it received was generally like and not necessary, but that really killed any lasting, like any positive reception generally that film had, because they used AI for like a "We'll be right back" title cards.
Okay, that's kind of fair though, because like, why? Literally, it takes like what an hour at most for a guy to just make a title card.
You could also just reuse some.
Yeah, so like, okay, that I can kind of understand. Like, why? Like you could argue, oh, AI just did this one thing, but the thing is, that one thing a guy could have just done it in like 10 minutes.
Exactly, yeah.
So
But
yeah,
yeah,
like,
like I don't know. Like I AI isn't going anywhere, but we need to figure out a way to use it ethically because the
there are some ways. Like that, like I know you
yeah.
mentioned the Baldur, like the UN Colin. Actually, we're talking about how the Baldur's Gate people used AI, but for a very, very, very specific thing. They used it for
Mhm.
the like what was it, the character concept art or like the care outlines and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. It was. it was used as a precursor, and then to like test something out, and then they still put in the work afterwards after using it.
Yeah.
I would say like that's generally fine. I don't have a problem with that. But what I'm really curious about is Steven Soderbergh. Like he's a veteran director. He did the Ocean's 11 movies, Black Bag that came out last year. Overall, very good director. But he said that in his next movie, he's going to be using generative AI, and I'm just like, I wonder how like he's going to tackle this, or whether it's going to be a success or a like colossal failure.
That's what happened with and look, I can't believe I must say this because I love this guy. I love this guy. Darren Aronofsky.
Oh yeah, he released like a TV show or something on Amazon, right? But that was entirely generative AI.
Yeah, it was
What the
about
fuck was he
the
thinking? Like that was just garbage.
yeah, it was about the American Revolution. Sorry, yes, it was about the American Revolution. And let me tell you the timing of this because I feel like he did that just to piss me off specifically. So I was talking to a friend about Darren Aronofsky. I was like saying, "Yo, I don't know why people didn't see his last film, Caught Stealing. It was a fun time. Not his greatest work, but by
Mhm.
like fuck no. But it was a pretty fun film. Like it was fun. It had a good story, good characters. Why didn't nobody see it? And then 3 hours later, my friend literally sends me a message saying, Jonas, fucking, there's the Darren Aronofsky is doing full AI American Revolution, and I was like, I was just defending the man like 3 hours ago. So, so no, yeah, and no, yeah, like, you could tell it's AI. Like it's actually so easy. Like like
Mhm.
literally, no matter how good AI is gonna get, you're always gonna tell. Like it's actually kind of impressive how bored how like easy like even in the most best AI engine whatever you can always tell, and that's kind of interesting how that works.
Yeah.
And I don't know what generative AI or how much money actually did that even cost money? Who knows? But yeah, Darren Aronofsky did that, and that got me worried. And there's a lot of comic creators that I follow that also use AI. One of the people I actually interviewed has been kind of being pro AI a little bit. Mike Miller. Well, I love Mike Miller. I still love you, man. But but for being a comic writer, he posts a lot of like pro AI stuff, and I'm like, dog, aren't you a comic writer? Dog, don't you draw comics? What are we talking about here?
I feel as though the mentality is, hey, I don't want to work, but I still, I still want to, I still want to be recognized as a veteran comic creator, a veteran comic artist.
Yeah, because like Mike Miller, he is a veteran comic artist. He was in DC for a while. He actually did the Injustice comics. At least like the first couple. Like the important ones at least. And yeah, but now he's being like pro AI, and I'm like, dog, you gotta stop. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, like so what are what do you reckon are some ways that AI could be used ethically, apart from like the character concept thing and bothersome?
Uh, like I said in my video covering it, I think it can be used ethically if if it's proven to not be coming at the expense of either like an actual like person who can do the job, or like a human person who can do the job, or consumers like you and me, when a product is when it creates a product like art.
No, yeah, of
Like,
course. Uh, that being said, uh, even though I'm like staunchly anti AI, like my whole like my whole thing is I want to be an entertainer, as you can imagine.
yeah.
And but there are some things that make me close to being like, you know what? So, for example, let's say I go on Twitter, right? And then I see someone do an anti-ice thing. And I'm not saying I agree with ice. Let's get that out of the way, so in case anyone wants to kill me. But I'm like, let's say somebody is drawing Light Yagami, and then they do Light Yagami versus ice. And then I'm like, wait, I feel like Light Yagami would kill both ice and the immigrant. So that's one. Or there's another one of like Liberty Prime versus Ice, and I'm like, isn't Liberty Prime against like commies? Like, wouldn't he just kill the brown people?
At that point, just have Donald Trump versus Ice.
No, so yeah, like, oh, my favorite one. And at first I thought this was like a triple punchline, but I guess it wasn't. So, okay, so you know that yellow cat thing from Animal Crossing, and that meme and how the meme behind it was basically porn.
Anka, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
So
had her in my village at one point when I had the 3DS.
before, right?
Yeah,
Right?
before,
Right.
yeah. Like I was
Um.
a little kid, yeah.
Okay. Oh. So someone did drew that, right? But like the porn version of it, like where she has where she has a fat ass. And at first I was like, okay, this is like a triple punchline going on. Like maybe the punchline is, oh, why are you listening to a message from a porn thing? You get me?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was the message. But no, that wasn't the message. It's literally just fuck ice, and here's pornified Anka.
Wait,
So
literally fucking Ice.
no, like literally, it's just a gooner bait, fucking like and then just
That,
literally fuck.
the guy the artist just sounds like an idiot because it's just say go like literally go and fuck Ice.
Yeah, no, it's literally just a gooner bait Anka, right? Like just in graffiti, fuck ice. And again, I
Find your
thought
local
the
ICE agent and fuck them. Like I don't think that's the message they were intending.
no, I don't think. And again, I thought I thought it was a triple punchline because I thought I was like, oh, why are you listening to this thing? But no, it's not. It's just. So then I'm like, you know what? Maybe. Not kidding, but like, yeah, no, they're just a little like dumbasses. And there's another example of what I'm talking about. Is and this is like right up your alley. There's this tweet. Oh my god, this tweet that was going viral as of late from some artist by the name of Arclight Blues.
Never heard
And
of.
huh?
Oh, I've never heard of him.
Yeah, like Arclight or her. I think it's a
Oh,
trans.
okay. Yeah,
Um,
I have no idea.
yeah, don't even worry about it. But yeah, like Arclight Blues made like a super pessimistic tweet because you know how like the astronauts went to space the other day.
The Artemis 2 astronauts, yeah.
Basically Art Light Blues is being super pessimistic, went full Thomas Ligotti, fucking oh my god. Yeah, show me that picture where even though genocides and famine is going on, like, and I'm like, wow, you sound like a lovely person. And everybody was like shitting on her or him. Fuck it, her, I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah, and deservedly, because that's just nihilism. Nihilism is just cringe. I thought we
No,
settled this with smiling friends.
no, yeah, and the funny thing is that look, I wouldn't consider myself a nihilist. I have some nihilistic tendencies, but I wouldn't consider myself full so. But here's how you could out nihilist her, because a lot of the people that that say this are artists themselves or talk about like art. So I'm just wondering if there's genocides and fucking hunger and all this stuff going on, why are you still interested in showing me your manga? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
So
the way I look at it is that these are human caused problems, and they require human solutions. If a human caused these problems, then a human can fix them. That's my mentality. We just have to
yeah,
put our minds together and figure it out.
yeah, that's what
There's no use in just sitting around going, oh, we can't do nothing. We can't do nothing. Oh no.
Yeah, no, like that's a good way to look at it, and I don't even agree with whatever I just said, but it's just interesting how hypocritical these people are. Like they like one moment they're just gonna be like, "Oh my god, the world is gonna end in 5 days, and everybody's killing each other." Yeah, and the next day they be talking about like fucking JoJo or something, and I'm like, "Bro, but I thought you were saying the world was ending in 5 days."
It's all performative bullshit. It's
Yeah,
all
like
performative.
yeah, like so then I look at that and I'm like, maybe AI ain't some not good. But yeah, like it's just interesting how these people think. And that again perfectly segues to the well not the big question, but this is like one of the reasons why I was interested in talking to. So how is this going to happen? You versus the Birdman. Like is he like what's happening there? Like, what's going on?
The guy's a man child, if I'm just being completely honest. Like when I first came across him when my viewers were asking me to review his or make a response to his Ironheart video, and I was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, this is garbage." So I made, but he responded to multiple YouTubers, like, and it was super long. So I was just like, "Okay, I'll make multiple parts." And then, like, ever since then, we had like this vendetta because he was just like, "Oh my god, this guy's a wannabe grifter. He's tried to suckle off a critical drinker's tits for some relevancy." And I'm just
Even though
like,
you explicitly stated that you disagree with Drinker on a lot of things.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't even say like critical drinker is like a content creator I would necessarily recommend to go to for like deep insights onto a film.
Yeah, like
The guy is just someone who like gives his sentiments on like his brief opinions and sentiments on whatever film has just come out, but
yeah,
he doesn't do analysis or anything like that.
yeah.
And
If anything, as a Drinker fan myself, I actually think his content has gotten worse because he actually used to make longer videos, but now his videos don't even crack 10 minutes. It's crazy.
yeah, and look, so sometimes you just can't come up with something to talk about for that long. A lot of my reviews, like I had one review just be 3 minutes long, or like barely over 3 minutes long, because it was like the live action Lilo and Stitch. Because what is there to talk about? Like it's inferior to the original in every way. And if you've seen one live action like Disney remake, you've seen them all. So at a certain point, it just gets old, and you kind of run out of things to say. But
I
for
do agree.
Birdman, like for Birdman, like he takes him like super seriously, and he always like he just reflect whenever you post a video now, he just reflexively makes a response to him. It's just like, dude, what are you doing? Especially when that one video he posted of the bride, like I want to address that like one of these days because it's so bad. Like even he acknowledges that the bride sucks, but he because the critical drinker mentioned feminism and he did criticize the way he would like that makes him a grifter. He can't be forgiven for criticizing the bride. Like it's just that mental.
Yeah, and what's interesting is I don't understand the Drinker had the most logical response to it because the bride itself did this because okay, because like yeah, you already know the fucking film starts off with the ghost of Mary Shelley being like, "You see, I
The
actually wanted to do this, but the patriarchy is what got me dead." Like, bro, they did that to themselves.
the first the star of the film is what pisses me off the most because it doesn't make any sense. So you have fictional key here, and yet she is inserting herself into a world where Frankenstein exists.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense. Like the premise just refutes itself at that point, and it's never explained. I like it sounds like you saw the movie. It's never explained what her connection with Ida was, why she specifically chose to possess her instead of anyone else, and why she decided to have her like essentially get herself killed by just blabbering about the mobster's crimes like in a public restaurant instead of just going to the police. Well,
No,
she
yeah,
did
like,
go to a detective, but they never like he never went forward with any of this. I guess it's so convoluted.
And what really sucks about the film is that it actually looks pretty good.
What's up?
What sucks about the film is that it actually looks good.
Yeah, I would give it that. Sure.
Like I like the aesthetics. I actually like Christian Bale's design. I like the aesthetics of it. But and I won't be real. I was actually kind of excited for the film. Like I thought it looked really good, but then it just did all that, and I was like, okay, wow.
It was so thematically confused. It didn't know what it wanted to do. Like it introduced the mob at the start, so you think they're going to be this like overarching threat, but they just come out. They just show up again during the end, and that's it.
So yeah, like no, so Birdman was like, so just by the mere fact that Drinker made a video, Birdman just responded.
Yeah. I don't think he knows how to criticize anything, if I'm being completely honest. Like he only knows how to do is go no towards anyone he disagrees with. Like he hasn't learned anything from CinemaSins. I think CinemaSins just fried his brain. If I'm being completely honest, he doesn't know how to deliver criticism.
Yeah,
Besides, contrarian.
yeah, because it's ironic that Birdman says that you are like sucking off the tits of other people, even though his whole channel fucking started off as fucking CinemaSins
If you
criticisms,
look at his
right?
most popular, if you look at his most popular videos, they are all response videos. So this is what I don't understand about him. Like he gets like really offended, and he acts like people who make response videos to him are above, are below him, when that's exactly how he became popular in the first place.
No, yeah, like he so no, yeah, like he started off as a CinemaSins reviewer, and then I actually watched one of Madvocat's videos on No Way Home.
Uh-huh.
Great channel, by the way. You should check him out.
Yeah.
And he actually Madvocate was also an enemy of Birdman, because Madvocate actually pointed out a couple of errors that Birdman did in response to CinemaSins' video on No Way Home. So and look, no, CinemaSins sucks ass. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But how do you fuck up in criticizing cinema? So even back then, there was already some weird errors with Birdman.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what? Well, you know?
Yeah. It's just that the guy just has such a massive ego, and it's largely undeserved. Like all the people, the quote unquote grifters he goes after, if they didn't exist, he wouldn't have a career. That's just how it is.
No, yeah, like it's crazy. And so, how's that lawsuit going?
It's non-existent. So I set up a GoFundMe. He made fun of me for that, but I'm just like, dude, if you're threatening to sue me, then like, why would I not? But he hasn't followed up with it. I think he like got scared after I was like taking him to task on Twitter. I was like saying, okay, serve me, like send me an email, and then he want me, and then he was like saying, DM me your address. I'm just like, no, pussy. Like you can like just send me an email. Like you figure it out. You know where I live, apparently. Yeah, and then like after that, he made a response video to me, and I'm still working on the part two. Like, trust me. But even then, like a lot of his fans, they didn't really tell me what I did wrong. They just made fun of my physical appearance, and I'm just like, if that's all you have, then I don't see. I'm not necessarily a big hurry to make it, because you don't have. You're kind of admitting that you don't have any points in my response video. Well, like towards any of the arguments I made in that response video. So yeah, like I'm thinking of just refund. Yeah, I'm just gonna refund all of the donations I received from my fans. Like I made over like $1,000, so they yeah, I'm just gonna refund all of it since a lawsuit isn't happening.
No, yeah, like no, yeah, like so yeah, he just started to lawsuit you for because you didn't leave the big corporations alone, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, so so let's see. Um, so back to the whole like writing thing. Yeah, I was saying that. So that's my first advice. You said your 5 movies right there. Those are some great inspirations that you could use to write your story.
Mhm.
And the second one, and this sounds like a simple thing, but it's helped me a lot. Um, literally just write fucking notes. Literally write copious amounts of notes. Like if you have an idea of something, like write it down. Like literally do not let that go away. Like like for example, I had a pirate story idea. Just write it in my fucking notes. Oh, I got a freaking True Detective season 2 ripoff. Oh, you just write it down. Oh, I got a freaking story about some dragon protag that I want to do. Write that. You know what I'm saying? Like literally just write copious amounts of notes. Do not like let anything slip by. And yeah, those are like my 2 biggest advices as a rookie writer. Good luck. Good luck.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I appreciate the advice.
so yeah, here's a good one. What are your favorite things in the from 2016 to now? Like some things that you've actually because that's actually harder than you think because I struggle with that question sometimes. Actually, let's make it harder. 2018 to now, like movies or TV shows.
2018 to now.
Yeah,
So that kind of covers like 2 decades, 2 different decades. Well, the near the end of the last decade to now, but
yeah,
it's kind of hard, like you said. I would say I can't I don't necessarily remember what came out in 2018, but 2019 was a great year for movies. Parasite came out. The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out. The Lighthouse came out. Like those are all great movies.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a topic you could cover one day to tackle
Like years
death
in review.
or that, and also there's a YouTuber that you probably know called Despot of Antrim.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
And he like I love the guy, but he freaking made the bold claim that Parasite sucked.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, so I
See,
want so
this is the thing about like people like on that side of the sphere. I feel as though they see a lot of leftists or people with like a leftist perspective looking at these films and have the most like, and they come out of it like having that affect their view of it instead of looking at it for themselves. Because if you look at Parasite for what it is, like it's like the poor family are clearly not the good guys. Like the rich
yeah, that's
family are
why
more sympathetic people.
yeah, like that is why the film is called Parasite because the family is
Yeah, and
yeah.
even if Bong Joon Ho, the director, comes out and says, "No, actually, you're supposed to side the poor family," who the fuck cares? You could just say "Death of the Author" and say, "Actually, you made the rich family more sympathetic." Like like you don't necessarily need to like care what the director thinks. Uh, like you don't necessarily need to agree with everything they believe or say to like something they made.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
again, it's very interesting why Despot doesn't like Parasite. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, but again, like it's not even a case of death of the author. You can just like pinpoint. You can clearly see that the dad of of the family. You're clearly not supposed to like emulate him. He's not someone you're supposed to see as like as someone who was dealt a shit hand. No, he's just being lazy, and it's affecting his entire family.
Yeah, and the teenager, like the oldest son, like he's
Yeah,
like
he's a scumbag. Like he was like he was doing his like friend a favor, and then he stole his girl, and yeah, and he abused his trust
yeah, and also the dad, like the poor one, he literally just kills the other dad for no fucking reason. So like,
for no, he killed the other dad for not prioritize for like acknowledging that he stinks, but which he does because he smells like raw sewage, as established before, and like prioritizing his own son other rather than his own daughter.
yeah, like I mean, duh, like like yeah. Wait, why, wait, wait. Better question. Why wasn't the dad prioritizing the daughter? his own daughter.
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, like no, like it's a very interesting. No, I love Parasite. But okay, so yeah, that's one. That's a good one. Parasite, Lighthouse.
Uh,
Rob.
I guess some films that came out this decade that I really enjoyed. One that I enjoyed really recently was Project Hail Mary. That is probably the best sci-fi related film I've seen this year so far.
Did you read the book?
No, I haven't read the book, but I should if it's as good as the movie.
Or are you gonna
Uh,
make a video on Project Hail Mary?
I'll try. I'll try. But
No, yeah.
let's
When I
see.
saw the movie, I gave that shit like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I feel the same way. But let's see. So, what are some other films that came out this year? Tar. I don't know if you've seen that. That's a really great. That's a really great drama of
Yeah, I've heard of it.
a composer, a musical composer losing her mind. Let's see. Let me
This
just
film
look
is
at
kind.
like, films.
This film is kind of divided. But what did you think about Maestro? Um,
I haven't seen Maestro.
yeah, because once again, Despot is a huge fucking hater, and I just came into mind. I was like, oh, I know everybody liked Maestro, but you would say,
Okay.
uh, the menu was good. Remember that one?
The menu, yeah, I like the menu. That was a yeah. It has great commentary on what it means to be a struggling artist, even if you've accomplished success. Because it doesn't your art doesn't mean anything if your audience are a bunch of morons and and don't really absorb what they're being given, what you're showing them.
But I
So you
also, but it's also great commentary on the struggling artist archetype because because admittedly, Chef Slowick is a pretentious asshole. Like,
Mhm.
so it's a good commentary on the audience and the artist himself.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's pretty much what Anya Taylor Joy's character proves to him by the end. It's that you're unhappy because you're appealing to like assholes. Like you chose a company of assholes instead of people who who actually appreciate what you have to what you have to offer. Like
yeah, and that's also yeah,
yeah, the point is yeah, your your feelings are valid, but you also kind of put yourself in that situation.
and that's also what like fucking Tyler. I don't know how to remember that name. Damn,
Art
how
bro.
Tyler. Like he's an art bro, but he doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
And no, yeah, like when all the archetypes, like obviously the actor, for example, he's supposed to represent like like when you go to like a screenwriting class
Yeah.
and the professor is like a failed somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like all the dinner guests are in some way or form like a an archetype of like some people who are just pretentious douchebags. Like you have the scumbag, like white collar dude bros,
The critic.
the critic that just looks for shit to complain about, like or just makes shit up on the spot that she doesn't even know.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I was rewatching the film and I genuinely did not know what the fuck she was trying to tell me. Like half the time I was like,
it's gibberish. It's just gibberish.
and also let's not also don't forget that her partner looked like Matt Walsh and that like Loki attracted me the first time I saw it at least. Um,
Yeah.
and no, yeah, that's a good one. The menu. I went in that film blind as fuck. By the way, I just saw I just saw Ralph Fiennes and I was like, oh, let's watch it. Yeah, I went in that shit completely blind. Um, what else has come out? Let's see. Did you like Mickey 17?
No, I did not like Mickey 17. I actually have a video giving my thoughts on it. I think it had an interesting premise, but it just sort of fell apart. It just
The
became like a like an over the top political satire.
The book was actually good, or at least that's what I hear. Like the book was
That's
actually.
what I heard. That's what I heard. The book is good, but the movie did not emulate the book at all.
You know,
Or like,
they changed it completely.
yeah.
Fuck. All right, let's see what other good film. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this earlier, but even though I do like One Battle, I think there's a film that's just a way better version of One Battle, and actually came out in the same year as well. Do you know Eddington?
Yes, Eddington was great. Ari Aster's film. Uh, a lot of people like are divided over it because they don't know what to think about it politically. But the point is, all sides are becoming insane. There is like on the when it comes to the left, they buy into these trends they don't even believe, and for the right, they kind of develop like this cult like a fascination. They develop like cult like figures that they follow to serve as their thought leaders. It's becoming a problem.
Yeah,
Like,
that's an interpretation. That's a really good one. And another interpretation I had of the film is even though the main theme, I think, I don't know if Ari Aster said it, was like about AI because the whole
yeah,
solid gold
the
magic card.
yeah, that's like what the sequel is supposed to be about too. Like the AI like company is trying to take over this town. Like, and everyone's like a stupid, like a petty bullshit that doesn't matter. They're focusing on that instead of the bigger threat of the AI
But
company.
but I actually have an interpretation regarding that because I like to think that the film, because you know the phrase where it's like you know the phrase where it's like, oh, one dent in the car isn't bad, two dents in the car isn't bad, 500 dents in the car. Like, well, then that's like, yeah, they're all small dents, but that's a lot of fucking dents. So like, this is my interpretation. I think the film is trying to tell you, or tell me, I'm probably like way fucking off, but that's just how I thought. I think we should actually care about small issues um because I think there's a reason why they purposely chose it to make it such a fuck ass bumfuck village. Like, yeah, it may seem inconsequential to the now and to the future,
Hmm.
but the a mayor a candidate just killed another candidate. I think that's something we should fucking worry about.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, like that's something we should worry about. Like the AI didn't tell him to do that. Like nobody fucking told him to do that. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
and there's also like the gay ass protests, like, and the film obviously did this on purpose, like how the white woman was yelling to the black guy like, oh my god, you're black, like, you know what I'm saying, like you should fucking do something. Like I think the film is trying to tell us that if you just let the small problems fester and go on, then yeah, no wonder why the big problems are taking over. Because, and I think that reflects real politics as well, because a lot of people want to be like talk about the big issues, like fucking uh how do you call it, like the Israel versus Palestine or whatever.
Yeah.
um but then you just ignore literally every other issue that's like affecting your daily life, like gas prices or egg prices or what have
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
So
At a certain point, like there's things you can't control, but there are things. So then you have to look at like around you of what you can control. Otherwise, you're going to lose your mind.
yeah,
Like that's
and
like
yeah, and I think that's why I like, that's just my interpretation at least, but I think that's the reason why they chose such a small ass town to do it. Because realistically, you have more control in a small, like, okay, like let's say a mayor gets assassinated in like New York or something. You can't control that. Like you can't control like the killer. But if a person dies in a small town, bitch, everybody's gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's gonna fucking know. So yeah, I think that's why he chose, like Ari Aster chose like that location in particular. As for what the hell the Antifa was, there's speculation, or not speculation, I think this is the answer.
yeah,
That,
the AI company hired them.
yeah, I so, but I don't know if that's the concrete answer. More so, I think that's like the likely answer. But if you want to like agree with my interpretation, you could also just say that's like more symptom of what I'm talking about, like how nobody wants to talk about the small problem. Like, yeah, like bro, Antifa's fucking here, bro. Like, help me, please. Like, but yeah, like, oh yeah, I really liked this film, and it was a huge step up from his last film. God damn, that film was shit.
Yeah.
But was afraid.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Beau's Afraid. I did like Midsummer and Hereditary though.
Yeah, those are some good films. So I really don't know what happened with him with Beau's Afraid. Like he really took a
I think
nosedive
he
there.
was trying too ambitious. So I don't hate the attempt. I respect the effort, but I can still acknowledge its flaws.
No, yeah, it's not good. And that freaking 9-hour YouTube essay that Nova made on it doesn't really justify it in my opinion, because that just shows that no, I really just was not gonna get this one like at all. Like there's just no way I was gonna understand it.
Yeah.
So oh yeah, that's another question I like to ask because your name is KinoFlex. So what is your, and this is something that the people that you respond to would like to talk as well. And there's something that drinkers talk to. So it's just kind of a universal thing, but it's good to talk to about it. What is your opinion on the whole debate regarding themes in movies or
Theme.
TV? Yeah, like this is
You can't
an
just
debate.
my where I my stance is that you can't just rely on themes. First and foremost, you need to also have a functioning plot to go along with it. Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster.
But what about? But how would you regard that for films that are like really metaphorical?
Like
And
Koyanowski or the environment. There's no dialogue. There aren't any characters, but there is just the setting is constantly changing.
something like that, or and like here's the method I developed for my writings at least, um, so I can like know what story I want to do. We got story one, or I didn't make it. Me and my friend developed it. I gotta give credit to my boy Josh. But here's the develop that we here's a method that we developed. There's story one, story two, and story three. Very creative. I know. You can thank me later. Story one is basically like the you know what I'm saying, like the dumb action movies, like fun adventures, nothing crazy. Smiling Friends would generally be considered story one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now not that that's a bad thing. We need more smiling friends in our lives. You get what I'm saying? And it really sucks that it's fucking ending. Really, it's yeah. Like the last 2 episodes are coming out this month. Actually, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Smiling Friends would be considered a story one. Story two is just your traditional film. Like there's themes and morals and whatnot, messages, but the plot is real. Like it's consistent, it's concrete. There's internal logic, while juggling themes and messages.
Mm-hmm.
And then story three is Beau is Afraid. So yeah, like basically just like the film is just so obviously like just metaphors over everything. Uh Ironically enough, Barbie would be considered story three, because if you actually think about that film for like 2 seconds, it falls apart. But if you actually think about it as like, you know, what it was trying to say, which it still didn't do very good, but that's not the point, then you'd be like, okay, that's story three. Jordan Peele, right? He's an example of this. All three of his films are story threes.
Yeah.
Especially so at that point, and I'm not even disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just generally saying at that point, how could you like for example, like Beau is Afraid, we're back to it again. That film is just all over the place. So how could you say like that film, like how could you reckon like, oh, this film doesn't have a coherent plot? But like, yeah, of course it fucking doesn't. Look at it. Like at that point, you have to criticize it from other bases. So how would you tackle that, for example?
So, like for something like Koyanowski, like that, I use that as an example. That is, there is a plot to it, uh, but it's just very simplified, and it's supposed to show the advancement of civilization.
What's the film
And
called? So I can like
oh
maybe
yeah,
watch it.
Koyanowski. Koyanowski. It's pretty hard to spell.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can
I'll,
just.
I'll, I'll just DM it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I hear what you're saying, like in regards to like to how to ambitious storytelling. But the thing about that is it needs to be coherent. It needs to be coherently told and communicated. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So that's why if you're going to tell like a story, uh, you need to ensure that the plot works first, and then the theme, and then that's when you add the themes to make it go from a fun experience to an incredible experience. Like I think because then if you don't do that, then you run the risk of becoming pretentious, which Francis Ford Coppola said. I think on I think he said on the set of Apocalypse Now is the worst thing a filmmaker can be.
Well, yeah, pretentious. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Um, and so regarding that, what is your opinion on Jordan Peele, for example?
His first two films, I didn't really see anything that special, but I liked Nope. I think that's a fun horror film.
But what about the themes and and such?
Well, again, like I didn't think so. The themes kind of didn't work for me with us. It just got it relied too heavily on the themes. But for Nope, the plot works and the themes also don't get in the way of it. So I think he's learning. I'm curious to see what his next film will be to see if he keeps up with this trend.
No, hopefully he gets better because Nope is my favorite of the three.
Yeah.
Um, so like Nope is my favorite of the three, and yeah, like that's like the um, so so I was gonna and part B to that question, because I know this has been a debacle, and you've been posting a lot about it. What is your thoughts on the on the Chainsaw Man Part Two, on the Chainsaw Man Part?
Garbage. If you're like listening and you don't know what chainsaw is, just listen or watch. Just watch part one and then leave it at that. The second part is one of the worst manga endings I've ever seen. It's up there with Attack on Titan and The Promised Neverland. Those are really bad endings. I it just doesn't work on any level, be it thematic or just a satisfying story in general. I don't know if you've read it, but we could get into that.
I've read. Okay, check this out. I read part one, right?
Yeah,
I really liked it. I actually liked it so much. I read it in 3 days.
yeah. You could have just ended the series there.
And that's
I,
what, and honestly, when I was reading, because I got to half of part two and I like stopped. I was like low key bored as shit. Um, and then, but I was like still catching up with it. You know, occasionally I was because I had a lot of friends who like Chainsaw Man, so that's how I just got my information. And then I heard it was ending, and then people were complaining about the penultimate chapter, and I was like, damn, what the fuck is this shit? Uh, and then and then I actually just read the ending flat out, and then I was like, wow, good thing I didn't fucking read the other half.
right. Yeah. So I kept in touch. Like I kept reading the chapters as they came out. But it was just sort of like out of habit, not necessarily out of enjoyment.
Oh,
Like I was just like reading it, just like, okay, that happened. That was pretty short. I guess fake Chainsaw Man, that was set up. That was just a nothing burger. And then I was just like, maybe they'll redeem this. Oh, Yoshida and the hybrid Chainsaw Men, they ended up not mattering at all. And I was just like, maybe they'll redeem themselves with Yoru, but no, they didn't. She ended up not mattering at all either. So
I'm noticing a
what
pattern.
what are you gonna do?
So
But yeah, like The
Yeah,
worst
so
part
explain
is just
thing,
the
like
worst part is just Pochita. Uh, just Pochita killing himself essentially. First off, his powers don't do that. If he eats himself, he's not going to turn back time. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's not how his powers work. Um, and then he just magically gives Denji the happy ending, like out of nowhere. If he didn't show up, like power somehow would. What? Like none of it makes any sense.
yeah,
It's
because
just Fujimoto just ran out of ideas and didn't know how to end it.
yeah, no, because I had a friend describe it to me as a bittersweet ending. But then I was like, how's that bittersweet? That's just an objectively good ending. Like, no, like, does it because
But it's not
here's
even the same person. That's the problem. Like all that
yeah, so like
investment you put into, like this isn't even the same Denji. He didn't make it, like he didn't learn from any of his mistakes because his mistakes didn't end up happening. Because
yeah,
there's a Deus ex machina.
yeah, and also Denji is like not a good person like at all. From what I heard, apparently he like tried to like rape fucking this girl. I'm already forgetting her name. Asa when she was like dead or something or like unconscious. I don't correct me if I'm wrong. Um,
I'll have to reread. I'll remember that. I remember Denji was getting like raped.
well that
Some
also
point.
yeah, well that also happened. So he rapes and gets raped. So good job, Fujimoto. And so honestly, I would have rather Fujimoto just went full on like full blown like yeah just kill Denji. Like that honestly would have been a more satisfying ending.
Yeah, like that's what I wanted to like actually have him learn from his mistakes and say, "Hey, don't be like Denji. Don't think with your dick. Think with your brain." And
Yeah,
but
no,
no, that's
like
not what he did.
yeah, like, I would have accepted a more like evil ending. Like honestly, like yeah, like no, Denji, like Denji's too far gone. Um, like he was never really given the chance, and that's just as a cautionary tale for like people who went through trauma. Like yeah, like your trauma doesn't exactly mean you should end up like this. You know what I'm saying? But no, like the Pochita was like, listen, Papi, your fucking life, your life when you had no heart, your eye was missing, and you got freaking brutally molested by 16 autistic yakuza. That was way better than whatever this is. And I don't even know if that's true. It probably isn't. And then he said that, and then like Fujimoto probably realized that was a shit argument. So now power showed up. So like, what the fuck are we doing here? So yeah, no, like honestly, yeah, I think Fujimoto like like yeah, and also wasn't his art just getting like worse and worse and worse and worse with each chapter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's that. Um, so what would you have done different?
Again, well, just like we said, just have the natural course of events play out, and uh, because I didn't have a problem with Nayuta dying. Really, I know a lot of people said that's when the series quality like went off a cliff and jumped the shark or beam. But Nayuta was the one holding Denji back from devolving back into his primal urges, and without her, there's no one else to stop him. So I think that him just making the wrong decision after making wrong decision after wrong decision after she died, that makes sense, but it just didn't play out satisfying, or it just didn't play out in a good way at all.
Yeah,
Writing.
yeah, and now and a lot of people that actually defend the ending because yeah, there's surprisingly people that defend the ending. Looking at you, Saros TV. Fucking one argument they bring up is the Big Lebowski. Now I gotta rewatch that movie because ain't no way the movie was that unsatisfying. Like
I don't remember. I don't remember. The Big Lebowski is one of my favorite movies. I don't remember it ending with time travel.
Yeah, or I don't remember it ending in such a way where I felt like, damn, I just wasted my time.
Yeah.
So yeah, because Fujimoto. Keep in mind, this interview was from like forever ago. Fujimoto said that one of his favorite movies was The Big Lebowski because he liked how the movie ended because it was a very fucking postmodern attempt at a detective story. But
Yeah.
even then, there was still like Wow, you saw that plot progression, stuff like that happened. Like the whole like I'm gonna quote you exactly, but like if like rules are broken because people knew the rules. Like I know you said something like that in one of your videos.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, rules are broken because the writers knew the rules. Like literally, um, like postmodernism wouldn't exist without modernism. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
You
there
word
is,
that perfectly.
huh?
I think you word that perfectly.
Yeah, like there's still like a level of traditionalism. That's not even the right but like traditionalism even in the most like unorthodox stories. Um, because and again they said this in they said this in Spider-Verse 1, like Miles failed the test because he knew all the right answers.
Yeah.
So and I think but and so yeah, I think Fujimoto, or not even Fujimoto, because I think he did, because Fujimoto's a great writer, right? Like I know he is. Um,
Yes,
but
he's shown himself that he is. Otherwise, I wouldn't have cared about Chainsaw Man Part One. But they just clearly wanted to end the series.
yeah, like he wanted like yeah, because during the series he was releasing one shots, so like he clearly wanted to do something else.
Yeah.
And now the Chainsaw Man people are going through a psychosis like the conformity gate people, where there's like, oh my god, part 3 is gonna happen. Trust you guys. Trust the process. Um. So yeah. So as you can tell, it's getting kind of late. So I got like two or three more questions left.
Okay.
Um. So, this is not one of the questions, but if you don't mind spilling, what is your real job?
It's just a part-time job. I'm working at a store. Gonna quit like by the end of the summer.
Ooh,
Move back to my hometown.
okay. Uh,
I just need something to pay the rent.
hmm?
I just need something to pay the rent.
Okay. Uh, do you live in Philly or Pittsburgh? Because those are like the ones that people talk about.
I mean, I don't want to dox myself, but
Well,
I live in PA. I'll
yeah,
say
okay.
that.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. So one question that's always interested me about this topic is, um, how who are people on your side that you really dislike? Like, because I can already gauge your politics from
Uh,
but like, so yeah, like what for people from your like of like the YouTube movie sphere, like who are people on your side that you're like, ew, that's fucking disgusting, ew, gross, gay.
I would say. I see. This is the thing. I don't really like looking at this from the perspective of size. It's just that do you make a good point or do you not make a good point? I would say like for instance, like I don't agree with YMS's politics. He's a filthy Canadian after all.
Oh,
But he's the one who got me. I would say that he's like one of the most prominent film YouTubers because he's able to introduce people to indie films and art house films in a very in a very concise manner that other content creators wouldn't otherwise.
yeah, he was actually the one that got people introduced to Thunder Road, which you heard of me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you know the story behind that film? It's crazy. The guy had to fucking sell his wedding ring to acquire money for that film. Pretty, pretty intense stuff.
Yeah, Jim
Uh,
Cummings. Yeah, like he kind of owes his career to YMS in a way.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, like I like why. Yeah, like I disagree with a lot of points with YMS, and the bestiality comments are very questionable. But yeah, I can. But yeah, I can appreciate YMS in that aspect at least.
Yeah. Let's see, but YouTubers I dislike, obviously the Birdman. I guess people who are clearly not in it in the profession for the love of it, just want to have gears to grind and are just using it as an excuse to further their own career. To me, the Birdman and Ranting for Vengeance are two sides of the same coin. They just appeal to different outrage markets. So I'd put them in F tier along with Chris Stuckman. I'm
Oh my
sorry,
god!
I'm sorry, Chris Stuckman, but if you go out of your way to say that you're not going to that you're not going to criticize films, uh, even if you're just going to be you're just going to say what you like about them instead, and you're just telling me that you lie in all of your videos.
Yeah, and also, was Shelby Oaks even good, you guys?
I did not like Shelby Oaks.
Okay, damn it. I gotta see it soon. Because my flagship my flagship series on YouTube, like because I'm still gonna do these interviews, of course. Like I love doing these, but soon enough I will actually be making real YouTube real YouTube videos.
Well, hey, I'm looking forward to it.
Huh?
I'm looking forward to it.
Yay! But yeah, like my flagship, I want it to be because it's in my video topics. I don't know if this idea has been done before. If it has, it doesn't matter. But I want to do a series of videos on people who aren't artists initially, or no, that doesn't make sense. Who aren't writers initially, but they get their hands into it. You know what I'm saying? Like an example of this would be I don't know if you know this guy, Corey Kenshin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He recently started doing manga, even though that wasn't his like his idea initially. Or another example of this would be Les Claypool, who did a book at one. He wrote a book at one point. That's like an actual fiction book. So that's an example of what I'm talking about. So Chris Stuckman unfortunately fits that criteria. Um, so I'm gonna have to subject myself to fucking um Shelby Oaks. Don't spoil it, but is it that bad?
I don't think you're gonna like it. I can't say anything more than that.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck. Um, and no, yeah. So okay, so yeah, no, yeah, and then Chris Stuckman uh did like a gambling sponsor. That was funny as fuck. um, so no, yeah, like unfortunately enough, Critical Drinker wouldn't fit into that criteria because he was already a writer before he was a YouTuber. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I can't cover him unfortunately. Um, so here's my second question. I don't know if this has much to do with you, but I think eventually it will. What is your opinion on the sector?
The sector?
Yeah, the sector.
What do you mean by that?
Um, this comprises of people like, oh my god, where do I start? This comprises of people like Ethan Ralph, Dick Masterson, Digibro,
Oh,
fucking
that's what they're called.
Andy Worski. Yeah, like that whole thing. And there's actually a lot of overlap between the people you cover and them, which is why I asked. Like, so I don't know if that matters.
Uh, I don't know, man. I feel as though like them as individuals are so wildly different from each other. Uh, who's that one guy, Mikey No More?
Oh yeah, I love Mikey No More.
Yeah, he does great videos like getting into their dramas. Like I used to like tune into some of their shows, but it's just like I lost interest because it just became like they spurg out over Eric
Nothing.
July or whatever the fuck. And I'm just like I don't care. I don't care about comic skate drama. I don't care. Like just make comic books.
No, yeah, literally, yeah, like literally most of the, well, if we're ignoring the actual deplorable people like Ben Thorpe, most of the fucking sector and comics day has just been fuck Eric July. And look, listen, I got my own issues with Eric July. I do not like Isom. I've read his first comic. That shit was, and Eric
No,
July
hey, that's
actually,
fine.
huh?
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, but the thing
And
is, like, it's not even the quality that's being discussed. It's that, like, for these other guys, like these other guys just going after Air July, they don't have their shit out when they've been given money like for months, years now, and they
yeah,
still have nothing to show for it.
yeah, for Van Skyver, it's been like 5 years now.
Damn,
Yeah,
dude,
like
that's half a decade. Come on, EVS. You made some of the best. You were involved in some of the best Green Lantern runs. What are you
yeah,
doing?
no, like it's crazy. Like I don't know what's going on there. Um, and you don't know a cool fact about me?
Shoot.
I've been blocked by Eric July, so there's
Damn.
that. I don't know what
Ooh.
I did to deserve that, but I've also been blocked
Did you
by.
call him? Did you did you call him what actual fandom called him? Perchance.
No, I don't even remember what I said. I think all I said. I was making a joke because that was going on during the time because like I've been there since the start. Because Dick Masterson was like fighting him, and I tweeted saying Cock Sensei, Dick Masterson versus Summer or something because Eric July, you know how I get it, July, and that got me blocked, I think. But weirdly enough, I'm also blocked by Ethan Van Sciver, so you know.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm hated by both sides. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Um, and, I did interview Vito, which not sure if that looks great on me to be honest, because because Vito was already controversial before all of this Eric July shit. So whoops.
I would say, hey, man, take advantage of if you have if you can secure an interview with a controversial guy, just milk it for all it's worth.
No, yeah, I've texted a lot of people. Mikey Normore is actually one of those people. So guys hit me. But yeah, and yeah, so let's see what other questions I got on my notes. Let's see. Oh yeah, those are the last two. Well, and they're basically the same question, but you as a connoisseur of film and TV, what would you recommend to my potential audience? I mean, I do have an audience, I think, because my last two interviews actually did pretty good. Um, but yeah, like, what would you recommend to the people out here? Like, give me like top like some 5 films or 5 TV shows that you would think. Damn, what the fuck is that spelling? Koyanitskatsi.
Yeah, Koyanoski. That's a wild documentary. It's very experimental, but it's a very at the same time it's also widely acclaimed.
Okay. That's the city one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, as a connoisseur of film, what would be your recommendations so people could watch? It could be from any like year and any genre. Well, no documentaries. I don't have to. We don't have time. We're not that serious.
I mean, if you like interviews, I would recommend Frost Nixon. That's a pretty good film that's related to interviews. It's about David Frost's interview with one-on-one interview with Richard Nixon.
Okay, Frost Nixon.
After
Is that
the
a movie or
Watergate
is
scandal.
that a movie or a doc?
It's a film. It's a biopic.
Oh, okay, Frost Nixon. All right. What else we got? KinoFlex. Yeah. Show actual flex your kinos. Wait. Pause. Pause on that.
Pause.
Yeah. So flex your kino.
Oh yeah, yeah. So let's Nixon Frost Nixon. That's one. Let's see. Let me go over some classics. This is my dad's favorite movie, The Last Picture Show, directed by Peter Bogdanovich.
The
Have you
last
heard of
pick.
it?
I've heard of it. Did it win an
Yeah,
Oscar?
I think it was nominated for a couple. I don't remember if it won an Oscar, but it had a bunch of like it has a bunch of actors in there that we know to their household names back when they were young. Jeff Bridges, he was like really young here in this film. This is like one of his first roles, I believe, before he before he rose to prominence.
Oh, okay.
Randy Quaid is in it too, but yeah, what the last picture show is a bunch of high school seniors, like it explores their last days before leaving,
That's pretty cool.
and yeah, like leaving their nowhere, like they're like a nowheresville shithole town, and they don't. Yeah, some of them some of them don't know how to deal with it, but then they get over it by because there's nothing for them there.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah.
How old is
Let's
it?
see.
You said Randy Quaid, so like, how old is it?
Oh, 1971.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna watch it. Watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Give me two more. Give me two more. I believe in you, man.
Thank You for Smoking, directed by Jason Reitman, from 2005. This is a political satire, but one that's actually good. It's not it's not politically one-sided. I feel as though if you're on any side of the political spectrum, you'll appreciate it because all it's really about is how you can really scam anyone if you know how to argue, if you know how to pitch yourself.
Okay. Wait,
Yeah.
speaking of political one-sidedness, have you seen the two new episode of The Boys? Came out like today, actually.
I dropped The Boys. I don't give a fuck about it.
That is a very respectable position. I wish I had as much willpower as you have. Or, um, fucking the. So give me one more. Give me one more film.
Let me see what was a good one. Oh yeah, I'll give you an animated film. It's a French film called The Illusionist, from 2010, directed by Sylvain Chomet. Uh, it's about an aging magician who nobody really wants to hear or see from again because nobody's really interested in magic. They're not won over by it. But then he's given a new reason to live in the form of a young girl he met, and she wants to follow in his footsteps. So now he's wondering what he can how he can teach her and provide for her in a when his profession is dying.
Okay. All right. So these are some. When did that one come out?
Oh, 2010.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these are all right. So these are some good ones. These are some good ones. The last picture showing is kind of interesting because I basically just ate like 20 of those pretty much. With the mumblecore list, like films of like that kind of caliber, so that one's gonna be kind of interesting.
Okay.
Um, and last final finale question. This is something that I ask to like most of these people, especially or at least like the artists of the because the people I interview are either like artists or just commentary people. AKA there's no consistency. But would you ever be interested in doing a collaboration of sorts?
Oh yeah, sure. It depends on what the collaboration is, but like I do need more people to like watch or respond to like videos with like my co-host Jan. He's pretty busy because he's an academic. Ooh, big scare.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty scary. Okay, so for two peoples, I can recommend responding. Oh, you've done Grumilga, right? Grumil.
Google, yeah.
Yeah, him. You've done him already. Who is someone you could respond
He-
to? Oh, here's the good one. Do you know Pillar of Garbage?
Yeah, I know. Pillar of Garbage.
He's a good one you can respond to. Um, who else? Do you think H Bomber guy is too much?
Uh, H Bomber guy can have good arguments. His Sherlock video pretty is pretty great. To be honest, I tried to just like I tried to like focus on like video essays that are just like on its shit on its face like bullshit. Like there's this one video that I stumbled across. I'm still working on a script for that says that fat supervillains are inherently fat phobic.
Oh
That's
yeah.
that's the sort of stuff I try to prioritize.
Oh, okay. So for actual like examples of that, Sean, honestly, yeah, Sean, he has a lot of essays that are kind of just fucking weird.
Is he
Uh,
still around? I
yeah.
don't know. I haven't. He hasn't been relevant in like years.
Actually, let me check when his last video was. Hold on, because I know because a lot of leftist YouTube essayists are very bad uploaders. Not gonna lie. So let me just see if I could find him. Oh wow, his last video was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if he. Okay, so all right, let me try here. Let me try. Who's someone you can respond? Okay, Pillar of Garbage. I just gave you that one.
Okay.
Fucking who else? Who else do you need to respond to, or you should respond to, or you want to respond to? I've been losing names. Fuck. No, Quentin is Loki redeemed. He's like not as he's not as shitty now.
Quentin.
Uh, Quentin reviews, yeah. He's a lot better now.
Okay.
Let's see. What are you looking for? Like just actual bad essays?
Uh, it like it just all depends on like me doom scrolling, and just finding something dumb that I disagree with, and then I just make a response video. That's typically how that's typically the process for me.
Um, it'd be interesting if you made a response to skip intro. I don't know how much you agree or disagree with this, but it'd be kind of interesting. Not because I disagree with it necessarily, but it'd be kind of interesting if to see someone responding to skip intros to this propaganda series.
Okay, I guess I can give that a look.
You've heard of them, right?
Yeah, heard of
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, I'm not even saying I disagree with them, but that is just like, but it is something I noticed, and I've watched a couple of them, and I was like, okay, maybe you're reaching a little bit, man.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, so that's one of them. And who knows? Maybe I could like just a robot rudely interrupt your video and, no kidding. And now, second thing is, I was more so saying like in the art way, like literally like, oh, I got a cool project and maybe you could like help out, or vice versa.
okay, yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, because like I've asked this before. Like my last interview was actually with someone big. Do you know the Mystery Flesh Pit or ARG?
I don't think so.
Okay, damn, fuck. Okay, I don't know if you're in tune with the whole like horror side of the internet.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I was saying because I interviewed the creator of that last time.
Okay,
Uh,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, no, occasionally I pull in actual people. Not saying you're not actual, but
Well,
um,
maybe someday, maybe one day I will
yeah,
be.
one day. I mean, yeah, your channel isn't even that old, I think, right?
What's up?
Your channel isn't even that old, I think. When was your
Yeah,
first?
yeah,
Yeah, your first. I mean, wait, is your first video on the channel your first video ever on the channel?
yeah. Hold on.
Is Beetlejuice worth your time? Is that your first ever video ever?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, then you're not. Yeah, you're pretty new. Yeah, you'll make it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be
yeah.
okay.
I just need to have a consistent upload schedule.
Yeah, that's like that's probably why I don't have an audience. I don't really upload consistently, but that will come one day when I actually start making these fucking videos on my notes. um, but yeah, so glad. So yeah, like if I have some art project and I just come up to you and be like, "Yo, KinoFlex, you and me, we should team up. Let's make the Avengers or something." So yeah, hopefully that is a possibility as an
Yeah.
option that could be achieved.
I have a
But
surprising amount of artists in my community. If you want something commissioned, they could probably make something for you.
oh yeah, I'm in your Discord. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was but nice talking to you. It's been a pleasure. Talking to KinoFlex here. Uh, but yeah, nice talking to you, man.
All right. Later, man.
See you later. Bye.